So I left the airport. I just walked out and went to my car and I said, okay, let me try to figure it out. I went and stayed. Well, I went to a friend's house and I was going to stay the night and I was followed there. So I went to another airport. There were a couple days here throughout this where I was trying to lose my tail, realizing I was still being followed throughout Texas. I was trying to scramble my location. I was just driving as much as I could. I felt that if I stopped again, it would give them a chance to catch up to me, but I soon realized I was still being followed. And it's not just an indiscriminate feeling, right? I was still taking down license plates. I would have to look back on the date on that Dallas airport ticket that I had purchased and never ended up using to tell you all the exact dates of this. So I'm sorry about that. But it was a couple more days of, trying to scramble my location, just driving around different cities in Texas to try to do that. At some point throughout that, I noticed that they started sending cars with temporary tags after me. So in addition to the fact that my number one objective was to lose my tail, my second objective obviously was still to not be raped in my sleep. Yes, I noticed that they started sending cars with temporary tags on them. I also noticed that one of the cars following me, it's a very distinctive car. It's like a dark orange Jeep truck type of thing. That's an important detail that I'm going to go back to later. But I noticed that was definitely one of the trucks following me. And of course, I'm not claiming that every single vehicle I had been suspicious of throughout this, 2-day period of me leaving the Dallas airport. I'm not claiming that all my suspicions were definitely true. I'm saying I did the same thing I had done up to that point, which was take down the plates and confirm if I noticed them still following me. So the fact that they started sending temporary tags after me made sense, because it's like, okay, the tags I gave to that Corsicana officer definitely made its way back to the syndicate. So now they're sending temporary tags after me so that it can't be identified through them, or it's harder to identify with them. Also, there had been a temporary tag on that blue truck at the Allsups when I went back to town that Sunday. That Saturday morning. And I left that Sunday. So there had already been a temp tag on that blue truck. So I noticed that pattern that, yeah, they're definitely sending temp tags after me. The other super important piece of this period of time is that I noticed the sheer amount of people they're sending after me has increased exponentially. The amount of cars that have been sent to clearly follow me is a lot at this point. Definitely more than 2. So at this point I'm saying, okay, they couldn't do that if this was just a Stanford thing. Clearly this syndicate has connections throughout Texas to other organized criminals throughout Texas. So